Hey guys, so let's talk about bartending school and why I think it's actually worth going to. So today is going to be my fifth day. It's the morning before school. There's different um, types of scheduling within this program. So you can either be on their accelerated 1 week course, the 2 week course, or it's a 5 week every Saturday for 5 consecutive Saturdays. That's this school in particular. I know it's going to differ slightly, but I only paid $500 total for this school. They had a discount going, $100 off for like the summertime, before like May 26th. You had to lock in with $100 down payment essentially. But they do have different payment programs. I think now they accept like Afterpay, so you can pay in like 4 installments, or you can split it up into 2 payments. Or you can do what I did, which is paying the $100 deposit, and then you pay the rest of what you owe the day that you start your class, and then that's when they give you your textbook and everything else that you're going to need for the course. Now, there are some schools out there that I guess are charging like ridiculous prices. I don't think you should be paying anything more than like a couple $100. Like anything more than what I paid is just kind of like stupid and ridiculous. Like, no, because no, like unless because so the school that I go to, they also have job placement, and that's why I specifically chose this school. Like they have it in their like policies and agreements and stuff that you're not guaranteed a job. But I asked the placement woman, and she was like, generally everybody gets a job, if they do what I tell them to do and they go to the interviews that I schedule for them. But a lot of people, that number isn't accurate. That's why we don't give it out to people, because a lot of people don't follow up with me when they do get hired, because this school, they'll send her out to go visit you when you do get hired, and she'll take pictures of you, she'll order a drink from you, she'll tip you really nice from what I hear. And sometimes the instructors will also come visit you at your job, like if they like you, if you are good with humans and make friends. That's a big part of this job also. I think having a good personality for bartending is really important, because no matter if you go to the school and you just have a shit personality, you have shit person skills, you do not know how to communicate with people, you don't know how to make people laugh, you don't know how to have an engaging conversation with someone, even if it's just like a couple of exchanges. That's something that I learned really early on from just working like customer service, or like any what's the word I'm looking for? Just like any service industry job. I've been in food trucks, restaurants, convenience stores, like gas station. Like I've had so many jobs. I was at once a housekeeper, which you don't really have to talk to people doing that, but I've done so many things, you guys, and the biggest one being like I was in the sex worker industry for like 6 years. So I learned a lot of people skills from that, having to make people feel comfortable meeting me in person after only talking to me a few times online, just lots of things. But anyway, make sure you have good people skills. That's important, because otherwise you're just going to waste all your money learning skills that you're not going to use, because having a personable personality and interacting with people is a big part of bartending. I've been told countless times throughout my life, I have a great personality for bartending. So that's another reason why I wanted to go to this school, because I don't want to start from the fucking bottom and work my way up for like decades or years, okay? I want to be making the big money kind of as fast as possible, okay? And then this also opens up a world of opportunity for where I can work. I could work on a cruise ship, I could work at a bar, I could work at a nightclub, I could work at a fine dining restaurant, because they're teaching me not just mixology, but they're teaching me like how businesses work, laws, things about different places working there. But they also give you a wine and beer certification, and then like a pairing certification. Those are going to be more prevalent for like fine dining, especially the wine and the wine pairing. because you're going to have to know how to give recommendations to people when they're at a fancy restaurant. A lot of people drink wine. Some people will drink mixed drinks, and they usually have a bar there. So it's like I could do, like, there's just a wide range of stuff, and I'm not just stuck doing one thing forever because that's the only thing I ever learned from this dive bar. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is worth it. There's a lot of controversy online about should you go to bar school or bar school being a waste of time, but I just think, like, do your research, find a reputable school. The school I'm going to, they have schools nationwide, and I will be certified in all 50 states in America. So I think it's pretty worth it. You know what I'm saying? I get my serve safe. It's good for 3 years. And then I'll have 3 diplomas, essentially, you know, saying that I know stuff, which those aren't really as useful, but you will need your serve safe. But I think it is good to know that, like, I'll step behind a bar, I'll already have over 100 drinks committed to memory, and, like, from there, learning other drinks will become way easier because I already understand the bases to all those different kinds of drinks. They all kind of have a very similar formula, and they all have the same amount of alcohol in them, period. So at least they'll engrave that in my head. I'll know that. I already know how to serve beer because I grew up with a bunch of alcoholics. So I've been knowing how to do a lot of this shit. It's just good, I think, to have the certifications because it will set me apart from other people. I'm not going to go into these interviews and be like, you should hire me because I went to bar school. No, you should hire me because I'm a hard worker. I'm good with people. I have service industry experience, lots of it. Look at my resume. You know, I've been doing this for years. And then the last thing I'll mention is also, you know, I know, like, I'm willing to learn. I'm teachable. And I also did go to schooling for this. So I do know more than just the average person who's walking in here, never done this before. You know, those are the pluses, but it is something I really do enjoy, like, on a personal level. I've been making drinks at home ever since I was, like, 21, so I just enjoy it. I really like it, and I think it'll be a fun job for me, so that is why I chose to do this. And if you want to be a bartender, don't listen to other people telling you what to do. Do what your heart desires, but be smart about it, you know? Like, don't waste thousands of dollars on bartending school because that is pointless. Unless they're teaching you all this stuff and they're, like, super guaranteeing you, like, this really great, fabulous job, which I highly doubt they're going to be able to fully guarantee. That's a waste of money. You know, like, somebody is pulling one over on you and getting a buck ton of commission on some shit that really doesn't cost that much. So, have a great day. I'm glad we had this chat. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Subscribe because this page is going to turn into, like, a bartending channel almost of sorts. But yeah, have a good day, you guys. I'm on my way to go learn more.